Vintage guitars have a custom shop. It's not like the Fender custom shop or the Gibson custom shop where the guitars start at £3,000, £4,000 and sort of go up from there. Their Vintage Pro Shop, the guitars start at under £600. And this is one of the guitars from the Vintage Pro Shop. This one is called Reelin. This is about to go on sale. It's a homage to Elliott Randall, who played the solo in Reeling in the Years by Steely Dan, and it's based on one of his strats. And I've got to be honest, it's probably the easiest guitar I've ever played in my entire life. Feel this.
Nice.
It's like
It's a low action, and the fretboard's rounded nicely.
Really
it's like
nicely
really
rolled.
smooth. Like everything about it is smooth.
it's not too rolled, but it's rolled enough.
Oh, it's a Pro Shop one.
Oh yeah, it's a unique, one of a kind.
Makes sense.
It's based on their vintage V6 model, which I've also reviewed. It's a butterscotch colour on an Alder body, ultra distressed. And leave a comment, let me know what you feel about Relic guitars, because I didn't used to like them until I started playing them and understood why. Just because loads of modern guitars with a poly finish, if you're thinking you're going to Relic that naturally, it's going to take you hundreds of thousands of years because they don't use nitro anymore. So a Relic finish on a poly guitar, just the feel of it. Play one before you sort of make your decision, because this feels absolutely amazing. You can see why people do it. It's the feel. I suppose it does look cool as well, but you've got to play one to understand it. The pickups in this are also a bit fancy. There's 2 Bareknuckle pickups and a Zexcoil. This is a Bareknuckle Mule, which has 42 gauge wire. It's based on a 59 PAF, Alder 4 magnet, 7.4k ohms. Let's have a listen. The middle pickup is a Zexcoil Legacy SV50. It's an Alder 5 magnet and it has a clear glassy strat tone. Bridge pickup is a Bareknuckle 59 slab board. Again, it's 42 gauge wire with heavy form var, Alder 5 magnet and 5.9k ohms resistance. Got a master volume, it's got a tone for the neck pickup, and the other tone does the middle and bridge. Before I go into the hardware, the neck. Rosewood fretboard, 25.5-inch scale length, soft C neck carve, 10-inch fretboard radius, Graphtec nut, but the fretboard's rolled like it's been played in, and it's rolled. Sometimes fretboards can be too rolled because everyone's sort of doing that now on a lot of guitars, especially if you get a custom shop Fender. But it's not too rolled where the strings sort of go off the edge and it just feels too much. This is just, whoever's done this, they've done an absolutely perfect job. Like I said, it's just, it's amazing.
What is this? Vintage?
Yeah, Vintage Pro Shop.
So Vintage have always had like the nicest.
Oh yeah, the setups are
necks
fantastic.
And setups and like.
But if that, was to your taste, looks wise, because I think this is going to divide people. But if you picked up that in a shop and it played like that, and then you picked up a Fender, like any Fender, like custom Fender, you'd go,
this,
oh my god.
Yeah, I'd have to try a custom Fender, but yeah, like, what's the difference?
Well, I suppose
like, what would you
couple of zeros.
Other than the money, yeah.
It's got Wilkinson Easy Lock tuners, which are staggered, so you don't need a string tree. It's got a Wilkinson WVC bridge with a full-size block, staggered holes in the block so that the strings go with the intonation. I spoke to Trev Wilkinson about this. It's a really clever design. Just helps with the string break angle. It's got 5 springs on the back of the bridge, and it's sort of screwed in further so that the bridge is decked to the body, so all the vibrations go straight through the body. Feels great. I do that on all the guitars I make. So this Strat decked bridge still means you can pull it forwards, but just feels amazing. That's a Wilkinson bridge. It's got the back cover missing, which isn't uncommon. John Mayer does this. It just helps the tone emanate out of it. That's a massive lie. I'll put a link to the Vintage Pro Shop in the description. The guitars in there don't tend to last too long. It plays amazingly. I kind of wish this was in a shop so more people could play it and sort of spread the word. But if it was in a shop, it would just be bought instantly because you could put it up against anything. It just feels incredible. Some of my favourite guitars that they've done. One's a vintage V100 with a quilted top. It's green. It's absolutely gorgeous. And that went for £650. There's another vintage V6 which is absolutely gorgeous, which is also sold. That was surf green. That was again £650. There's a vintage V52 which is like their T-style guitar. Again, that's butterscotch. I think that one's under £600. Some of these guitars, the price of them for what is effectively a custom guitar, I don't really know how they're doing it. Also, cannot believe how good this feels. I kind of want to keep it, but I've got enough guitar, so just so much guitar for the money. I know some of the guitars go up to like £1,500, but that's still ridiculously cheap for, you know, pro shop, custom shop style stuff. You get a certificate when you buy a guitar from them, which I think is really cool. It says pro shop on the back of the headstock. Amazing guitar. And have a look at the website. There's just so many nice guitars in there, so have a look and leave a comment. Let me know what your favourite is. Let me know what you think of this. It's just so much guitar for your money. And here's a video to the V6, which is the base model of this before they do anything customised. Also an amazing guitar. Really, really like the stuff Vintage is sending me to try out because, well, they're just all amazing. Thank you for watching.